Hello, hello. Good morning, Mustangs. All right, I'm gonna go put the link in all of the places in Canvas and Twitter and all that good stuff. If you're here this morning, good morning. Hello. Tell me how you're doing. Send me your favorite emoji. I don't know. You do you. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Friday morning. Hello, Jacqueline. Hey, Gunica. How are you guys doing this morning? Hi, Mrs. Hellstrom. Oh, this is fun. Fun new addition to the group. Yeah, I slept in on purpose this morning, which was great. Um, but now I'm like extra tired because I rolled out of bed much later than I'm used to. I'm glad you're doing well. Anyone have big Friday plans or big weekend plans? Anyone going to be the light tonight? I know that I will be there. I'm excited. Hoping to see lots of smiling, friendly faces for us. Right, just got to put the link in one more place, and then I'll be all the way in the chat. Okay. Hey, Marissa. Oh, exactly, Miss Hellstrom. That's what everybody's saying. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Danielle. I will say this is probably my favorite part of every day. We have great conversations about poems, about books, about Disney princesses, life and the meaning of the universe. We cover it all here. How's everyone else doing this morning? Everyone getting good sleep? Getting outside? Hi, Mom. Yeah, exactly. Start the day connecting on YouTube Live, and then we're gonna get a chance to connect in real life, just from a distance. But we'll all get to see each other today. That'll be really exciting. Hey, Mrs. Garcia. Danielle, you got a new phone. That's awesome. Mom's already been on a 1.5 mile walk. All right. Showing us all up. I love it. Oh, Jacqueline, you're starting to mix up days. Yeah, that's one of the hard parts. You'll notice that every time I post these videos, I always post what day it is. Good morning and happy, in this case, Friday. Because I'm aware that we're all a little lost on the days. Marissa, really tired. Take a nap. Somewhere halfway in the day, go take a nap, and then we'll all get to see each other later. Gunica, you went to bed early yesterday, so you're more awake today. Awesome. That's always a good get extra sleep. It's good for us. Oh yeah, Miss Hellstrom saying get outside, get some sun. Vitamin D is important for all of us. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, getting outside, especially to take a walk or a bike ride, something to keep you moving and active is so good for your sleep, for your productivity, all that stuff. But even if you can just go sit in the sun for a little while, it's a good way to change your perspective. I recommend laying down on the ground and like looking up at the sky. Like a literal perspective shift can be really helpful um, for a mood shift or a focus shift or whatever else you're kind of struggling with. Danielle, you've been painting a lot more. What kind of stuff have you been painting? I've definitely been sewing a lot more. That's the one that I've been doing. Not as much this week as in sort of like the first 3 weeks. Um, but yeah, I I've always said that there's lots of there are good things that are coming out of all of this quarantine, right? That's the whole purpose of the passion project, right? More time to do the things that we love. Mostly flowers and butterflies in your paintings. Oh, and making bookmarks. That's fun. Oh, Miss Hallstrom, I've shown some of it. I'll show one. Um, yeah, oh wait, I have some right here that are a little bit easier to show. I've been doing a sew along called the Sew at Home sew along, and so these ones are super simple. But the goal is to make one every day for all of April, and then at the end you have 30 of these, which is enough to make a quilt. So these are the ones that I have on my desk so far. The colors are all like really similar on these ones, but they're super bright. The ones that I've been making most recently. I'm already like several days behind. I have 12 made, but we're on day 17, so I'm like 5 behind. That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing as much sewing this week as I have been. But yeah, this was part of my passion project. Oh, Miss Hellstrom, I will. I'll send you all of our passion project stuff. Then you'll get to see. I don't know, Danielle. I don't remember if you were working on painting during your passion project or not. But several students were working on paintings, on baking, on cooking, on like fitness or workout challenges. For a passion project, we had one student do 100 squats every single day. She's trying to like stay in shape for skiing, and like that was the muscle group she really wanted to work on. It was very cool. But yeah, for all of us, send your stuff to Miss Hellstrom. She loves to see what we're all working on. All right. So the business of the day. Today we got a poem, we got a book talk. We're going to read the last of the poems that we've been doing for our Honors 10 poetry unit, which is called The Summer Camp Bus Pulls Away from the Curb by Sharon Olds. This is a good one. It's always interesting. We were talking about books yesterday, and how rereading them is really interesting practice, because we get a different perspective about the book and about what the book is trying to say at different stages in our life. And this is a poem that I think as high schoolers, you're not going to appreciate very much. But man, I hope you come back to it in 10 or 20 years and look at it from a different perspective. Because this idea of a parent looking at their child going off on the summer camp bus, I think when you think of it now, you're thinking of it from the child's perspective. When you think about it later, you'll be thinking about it from the adult perspective. And I think it'll really change your the way that you understand it, which I think is always fun and interesting. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and read. So this is The Summer Camp Bus Pulls Away from the Curb by Sharon Olds. Whatever he needs, he has or doesn't have by now. Whatever the world is going to do to him, it has already started to do. With a pencil and 2 Hardy Boys and a peanut butter sandwich and grapes, he is on his way. There is nothing more we can do for him. Whatever is stored in his heart, he can use now. Whatever he has laid up in his mind, he can call on. What he does not have, he can lack. The bus gets smaller and smaller as one folds a flag at the end of a ceremony, onto itself and onto itself, until only a heavy wedge remains. Whatever his exuberant soul can do for him, it is doing right now. Whatever his arrogance can do, it is doing to him. Everything that's been done to him, he will now do. Everything that's been placed in him will come out now. The contents of a trunk, unpacked and lined up on a bunk in the underpine light. Oh, I just love that one. I think it is such a sweet perspective, and not just talking about watching your children grow up and go off, but also just in some ways about the acceptance of the things that we can't control, right? Whatever he has, he's gonna have. He's on this bus, he's going off to summer camp, and I can't do anything more for him now. That feeling of maybe the nerves, the anxiety around all that, but also just the acceptance. So yeah, I hope that you all liked that poem. I know that we're looking at it in class through the lens of tone, and I'll be really excited to hear about everything that you guys have noticed about the tone and that you're thinking about for it. So that'll be fun. Awesome. All right. So we are going to move on to our book talk. This is one that I'm really excited about. We talked about Clint Smith's Counting Descent yesterday. And the book I'm going to share today is one that I actually read around the same time. And to me feels really similar in some ways. The idea of a book that sort of brings together the personal and the political or the social. It's not quite a poetry book, is one of the things that I find really interesting about it. A lot of it is written in sort of a verse style, but it's not actually all poetry. Some of it is more essays, which I think is a really interesting method. Hey, good morning, Valerie. You made it just in time for the book talk. Yeah, so some of it's essays, some of it's more like verse poetry, some of it's sort of narrative. It's really interesting. My favorite part, for sure, there's like a part that's more like an essay about Serena Williams, and that's easily my favorite part. I'm actually going to try to find that passage. Okay. All right. So let me read. I actually don't even think I even have said the title yet. This is Citizen, by Claudia Rankine. And again, I found it on Hoopla on those like free resources, and I found it as an audiobook. Here it is. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's only 97 minutes. So again, if you have something like an hour and a half of time, where maybe you're working out or going on a walk or cleaning or doing something else where you just maybe would often be listening to something like music or a podcast, this would be a really quick read. So the synopsis says, Claudia Rankine's bold new book recounts mounting racial aggressions in ongoing encounters in 21st century daily life and in the media. Some of these encounters are slights, seeming slips of the tongue, and some are intentional offenses in the classroom, at the supermarket, at home, on the tennis court with Serena Williams, and the soccer field with Zinedine Zidane, online, on TV, everywhere. All the time, The accumulative stresses come to bear on a person's ability to speak, perform, and stay alive. Our addressability is tied to the state of our belonging, Rankine argues, as are our assumptions and expectations of citizenship. Um, so it's a really interesting book. It was published in 2015, so again, it's quite recent. Um, and it's just really um, it's just a really interesting book. So I'm going to read a passage um, that comes from not quite the middle, like the first third of the book, um, where it jumps into this essay essentially about Serena Williams. So, an insane is what you think. One Sunday afternoon, drinking an Arnold Palmer, watching the 2009 Women's US Open final, when brought to full attention by the sudden explosive behavior of Serena Williams. Serena, in HD, before your eyes, becomes overcome by a rage you recognize and have been taught to hold at a distance for your own good. Serena's behavior on this particular Sunday afternoon suggests that all the injustice she has played through all the years of her illustrious career flashes before her, and she decides finally to respond to all of it with a string of invectives. Nothing, not even the repetition of negations. No, no, no. She employed in a similar situation years before as a younger player at the 2004 US Open, prepares you for this. Oh my God, she's gone crazy, you say to no one. What does a victorious or defeated Black woman's body in a historically white space look like? Serena and her big sister, Venus Williams, brought to mind Zora Neale Hurston's I feel most colored when I'm thrown against a sharp white background. This appropriated line stenciled on canvas by Glenn Lignon, who used plastic letter stencils, smudging oil sticks, and graphite to transform the words into abstractions, seems to be ad copy for some aspect of life or all Black bodies. Hurston's statement has been played out on the big screen by Serena and Venus. They win sometimes, they lose sometimes. They've been injured, they've been happy, they've been sad, ignored, booed mightily. See Indian Wells, which both sisters have boycotted since 2001. They have been cheered, and through it all, and evident to all those who are enraged they are there at all, graphite against a sharp white background. So the essay goes on to talk more about that situation. And what I like about Rankine's book is that it brings together these real life situations and talks about them with this really vivid language. So the incident that she's talking about there is a real situation with Serena Williams at the US Open, and it's just a fascinating look. I really liked trying to understand Rankine's perspective. And I know we have a lot of students from our Honors 10 class here today. Just thinking about some of what we're going to be doing next year in AP language is thinking about how authors discuss, how they use rhetoric to make a point about real life situations. So I think Citizen by Claudia Rankine is actually a great option for something to read and to understand, to start that study of how is this author using language, using rhetoric to help us understand a perspective on a real life social issue, right? The reason that we do the annotated bibliography and why that's been so important to us all year is because that is what you'll be doing in an AP language class. So there you go. That's the exciting part for the day. And if you're not preparing for AP language, it's just like a good book. So, all right, that's what I got for you today. What other questions do you have about assignments, about school, about life and the meaning of the universe? 42, am I right, Miss Garcia? If nothing else, I hope that we all get a chance to get outside today. That's usually why I'm up so early is I like to get a workout in or get outside early in the morning, um, before I do everything else. I haven't done that yet, so I gotta get outside today. 42. Me and Miss Garcia are on the same page. As evidenced, we were playing games together last night, and there was like a game where you like provide your own answer and people vote on the best one. Miss Garcia and I had the same exact answer, um, which is really bad for both of us because if no one can vote on your answer, you don't get the points. So that was too bad. Us being on the same page did not work out for us last night. Miss Hallstrom, you just gotta be awesome. You just gotta be an awesome English teacher, and you end up on the same page. It's really a great club to be in. All right. So I hope everybody has an awesome Friday. I really, really hope that I'll be able to see you all tonight at Be the Light. I am so excited um, to see you all. It really is a friendship goal. Our whole like friend circle is goals for sure. That's true. All of our English students can become awesome English teachers in the future. The world is open and full of possibilities. Though, of course, Miss Hellstrom, it's never too late to get your English credential. People out here doing it all the time. Dang, Jacqueline, that is so many. You've made 233 face shields. That is amazing in 12 days. Gosh, that's awesome. Well, Jacqueline, I know you've been working hard on that and working hard on your classwork and all that other stuff. And donating those shields, bringing them out to the community. I hope that you'll get a chance to come out to the Be the Light, to give yourself a break, getting outside, seeing people who aren't just needing something from you, but just getting to smile and wave. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Yeah, that's true. We should all be striving to be as awesome as Jacqueline. Honestly, though, in my experience through this whole thing, I have been incredibly impressed by all the awesome stuff that we're all doing, right? Yeah, the accomplishments of making all of these things and serving our community, but also the amazing artwork that people are making, the ways that we're taking care of ourselves and our family members, the things that we're baking and cooking to serve our families at home, the way that we are just holding it together and remaining like just awesome people has been so impressive to me. I'm really proud to get to work with just so many awesome people. Ew, I'm getting all like feelingsy again. Can't have that. I'm gonna back away from that. Come back later. But seriously, I'm really impressed. Yeah, not the feelings. We gotta just hold those over there. I'm really impressed. I'm really proud of everybody. It's been awesome. I don't like say it with words a lot of the times, but just know that that's a thing. All right, so it's just about time. We got to, yeah, you want to do something, I have the resources for it. Absolutely. I am totally with you on that one. I'm all about that. So I want to let us get on to our the rest of our Fridays, finishing up our work for the week, maybe jumping over to Mrs. Garcia's YouTube live. But yeah, other than that, I really hope you all have an awesome Friday. I hope to see you in classes later today. Mrs. Hellstrom, Miss Garcia, I know I'll see you later in some of the meetings that we have today. And And then most importantly, I hope I see you all at Be the Light tonight. Um, I know that we won't be able to get close enough for a hug or a handshake or whatever, but hopefully you can be there and wave. I know I'll be there, and I hope to see you all too. Yeah, thanks, Miss Hellstrom. All right, so everybody have a great rest of your day. Make good choices over the weekend, and I will see you either later today or again on Monday. Always remember who you are, what you represent, and to show your Mustang pride. Bye, guys.